Alistair Scott.
Mr Chair, thank you for the opportunity to talk on a short call on the infrastructure services theme. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about connections, connectivity, and that specifically, sir, relates to internet, and then if I have some time, roading. Some facts. UFB is now in 2,200 schools, including 1,000 rural schools. Most of my schools in my rural electorate are connected. Over 231,000 households have access to the rural broadband, and I say rural rather than UFB. But there is more to do. So we're planning to raise the percentage so that more than 75, stepping up to 80% of Kiwis have access to UFB. We're also aiming by June next year to connect rural integrated family health centres. But so what? So what does that mean? What does that really mean for the people in my electorate? Well, when we get internet UFB in, say, Carterton or Dannevirke, it will not be for the work that people can come to those places to be done. It's not going to be about creating work in driving trucks or working in retail. They'll be going there to export services. It'll be about what work can be done from that town. So quite a different approach. For example, just recently I was at Dannevirke High School judging an entrepreneurial competition amongst year 13s. And there were about a dozen entrepreneurial teams, and more than half of them invented or created products that one couldn't touch. They were all internet-based. They were all out to service the world from Dannevirke. There are guys in Dannevirke who have Chinese customers. An accounting firm has Chinese customers who have customers on the west coast of America, only because of the access to the internet. The Minister Adams has initiated the bids to up the percentage from 75 to 80% of uptake. And I'm pleased to say that all 5 of my councils are participating in that process. They know that internet will make a difference to the people in their communities. Because it's all about productivity, isn't it? This internet, this connection wasn't even around 10 years ago. And if we think about the world is now a much smaller place, not just because of internet, but because of travel. Travel has become cheaper. Just think about 25 years ago when I jumped on a plane to go overseas. Goodness me, the price of that airfare hasn't changed a hell of a lot. Communications have become cheaper. You couldn't make a toll call from London to New Zealand. It was just too expensive. But now we can text instantly. So communications have become cheaper, faster, and more efficient, enabling us to conduct business on one of these things. These phones were not even around 10 years ago. These are the enablers of the future. These things will increase productivity and free up people to be more creative, to provide income and wealth for themselves and their families. These smartphones and technologies like it are the steam engine of centuries ago, where manual labour could be automated, weaving became a mundane process and became automated because of steam engines. This is what we're going to see, and we will continue to see this simply because of the access to market driven by the internet. We will be able to conduct our business from anywhere in my electorate. Martinborough, Carterton, Masterton, very commutable to Wellington. Fast speeds enable architects and movie directors, and they do live in the Wairarapa, spend a couple of days at home and see their customers in Wellington a couple of days later. This is the way we're going to develop our rural electorates and towns. This enables the private sector to get on and create product that is able to be sold to the Chinese or the Koreans and accentuate and promote and support the free trade agreements we have with those countries.